All right, Jesse on fire. We're going to talk about the Liver King because the Liver King confessed. It was an insane confession. And when I say insane, I mean insanely genius. Okay. He could not have handled this better. He couldn't have handled it better. Now, I am going to tell you a story about what I suggested that he did, which was so shockingly exactly what he actually did that I'm going to have to show you the video. I'm going to have to show you the tape because I did a podcast with Mark Forbes Handley from Thick Boy. And he asked me, he's like, what would you do? This is 2 days ago. He's like, what would you do if you were him? And I laid out exactly what I said. Literally, I don't even need to tell you what it is because it's exactly what he did. Exactly. And it worked even better than I expected. I expected there would be a bunch of fallout, and it looks like this is going to end up being a net benefit for him, which I couldn't have even seen that coming. I thought if he handled it the way that he is handling it, that it would just be like, all right. And it would kind of be like, stop the bleeding. This is actually going to be a net benefit for him. And I'm very proud because anyway, I'll get into it. I'm ahead of myself. Now, in fairness, this is actually more of a Jesse on Everything video, but everybody in the MMA space seems to be talking about Liver King, so I'm going to talk about it. I did one on my other channel when the story first broke. I think I called it Rats Expose the Liver King, and I will restate my opinion on that on this video. But yeah, like I said, I mean, normally this video, if you like this video, head over to Jesse on Everything because this is what this is the kind of stuff that I normally talk about over there. And by the way, I just hit 20,000 subscribers over there yesterday. So thank you guys thank you to everybody who's been with me from the beginning, all the new subscribers. We're going to have a fantastic relationship. Yeah, that pushes me over 100,000 between the two channels. I started the first one in April of 2020. It is December of 22, 100,000 subscribers. I'll take it, dude. I will take it. Thank you guys very much. Now, if you're new to the channel, this is your first video you've ever watching, we have an agreement. If you want to watch my videos, watch as many as you want. It's free. You just have to subscribe. It's like the jar at the front of the store. You can take the candy and walk out, but you're a thief. It's the honor system. Anyway, so, also, let me just quickly shout out Sheath. They're not paying me. I just love them, dog. Sheathunderwear.com, and then use Fire. You can either use Fire or Fire 20 for a 20% discount if you want to get Sheath underwear for Christmas presents. So here's the deal. Liver King gets popped dirty, right? We all know. I mean, I think everybody knows his story. And I'm going to show you guys his confession. Okay. But, and I'm sure most of you guys have seen it. It has 730,000 views already, but so he gets popped dirty. He's, just to super quickly recap, he's like this huge phenomenon this year, right? And he's going around, he's eating raw meat. He's got the 9 pillars, he's selling basically like a lifestyle to invigorate your testosterone, make you a fucking man. Exactly what I need. I was like, man, I don't feel manly. I don't feel manly. And I only joke about that because he was only superficially on my radar. Cause self-help stuff, it's just not my bag, dude. Like I said in the other one, it's not my bag. And certainly if the self-help is like, hey man, learn to be more high testosterone and more like a man. I'm like, I think I got that covered. I need help in a lot of areas, but that ain't one of them, But I honestly hadn't watched much of his stuff until this confession that I watched is actually the longest I had ever watched anything of his. But so he gets exposed, and I said in the other video, and I will say it again, I don't like that they did that, dude. I don't like that they did that. More plates, more dates. He's all, I got him. I got the emails. I got the receipts, dog. I got the receipts. He is on juice. Cause I'm like, why? Why? And I mean, well, he's misrepresenting himself. Okay. But it's not like he was saying to everybody, hey, if you eat raw meat, you'll get as big as me. I at least as far as I know. And even if he was, that's the entire supplement business, right? I don't rat people out unless it's something that I really think needs to be said. I would never benefit myself at someone else's expense unless they're really hurting other people. And I don't see, as a matter of fact, I think him not saying that he wasn't on juice is actually the opposite of hurting people, because there are a lot of young people that watch his stuff. Saying he's on juice, I mean, how is that a good thing? You tell a 17 or 18-year-old, y'all, yeah, you could be just like him. You just need to take steroids. You have to take steroids. Okay. So look, my hypothesis was exactly right. He said once he started, someone asked him on a podcast, I said he never volunteered that information. He always was answering questions. And once you say, I'm not on him, you're stuck, dude. Now you have to say it. And he tried to get out of it. Because in one of the interviews I saw, he's all, I think I'm just going to do steroids. And that way everybody, like, I don't have any problem with steroids. I think I'm going to do them. And then that way everyone will just be like, oh, whatever. And I remember watching that and just going, oh, he's trying to get out of the lie. Because of course he's on steroids. Obviously, if you believed he wasn't, like, come on. But nonetheless, when someone gets exposed for a lie like this, there's only one way to handle it, and it is to go straight towards it. And that is what he did. I'm going to show you guys what he did here right now, and then we can talk about it afterwards. Just a little bit.
I've done steroids, and yes, I am on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician. Liver King, the public figure, was an experiment to spread the message, to bring awareness to the 4,000 people a day who kill themselves, the 80,000 people a day that try to kill themselves. Our people are hurting at record rates with depression, autoimmune, anxiety, infertility, low ambition in life. Our young men are hurting the most, feeling lost, weak, and submissive. So I made it my job to model, teach, and preach a simple, elegant solution called ancestral living, the 9 ancestral tenets.
Selling while he's confessing.
So we can collectively express our highest and most dominant form. This is my fight. This is why I exist. While spreading the message, I've been on several podcasts, and when asked if I've ever taken steroids, I've always said, no, I don't touch this stuff, not going to touch this stuff, never touch the stuff. That was a lie. I've convinced myself that this had nothing to do with the ancestral message.
It doesn't.
Myself that I'm not a competitive athlete of any kind. So who the fuck am I cheating? I convinced myself.
Hang on. Let me just say this. So I like how he positioned this, because the way that I suggested that he do it is basically this exactly, except he's doing it kind of like he's apologizing, where I honestly don't think he owes anyone an apology. Okay. Let me just, you know what? Let me pull him off just for a second, because I want to say that very clearly. I don't think he owes anyone an apology. Okay. You asked him a question. You asked him a question that had the potential to hurt people if he answered it honestly. Okay. It has essentially no chance of hurting anyone if he says that he's not on. Okay. Like I don't make any secret. I'm on TRT, but I'm like, dude, I got 3 kids, man. Hey, when you have 3 kids, go ahead, rock and roll, do TRT. I don't think I'm, but to him, when he's got all these, or Andrew Tate, have all these like young kids that are watching, it's like you're asking, like, you don't want kids to be on juice. Okay. TRT when you're in your 40s is very different than being on juice when you're 20. And so like a 20-year-old is watching him. He's like, yeah, I do steroids. And then like, I mean, absolutely with no shred of doubt, if he was honest about, and now probably, but if he would have been honest, kids that wouldn't have done steroids otherwise would have done steroids. I don't think he owes an apology to fucking anyone, dude. I really don't. But I still think he handled this pretty well, just in terms of business, right? Like, because ultimately this is about business. He wants to, I mean, it's not just about business, but it is about business. He wants to maintain the business that he's built, the brand that he's built. This was the only way to do it, and he fucking killed it, dude.
That this topic was a placeholder for a far more important conversation.
Excellent.
I convinced myself that this would overshadow the 36 years of working out, usually twice a day, without PEDs.
Excellent.
I've convinced myself that this was the vocal minority, usually in the fitness category, driving to an unproductive conversation.
Correct.
And I had convinced myself that this would be the wrong message to send.
Correct.
15-year-old boys.
Exactly.
So I continually dismissed it, and I dug myself into a bigger and deeper hole.
And that's why he was trying to get out of it, saying that he was going to do steroids. This is a good dude, man. Like, this is a good dude. I've said this 1,000 times. I suck balls at a lot of things. Reading people ain't one of them. This is a good dude.
I have only myself to blame. I did that. And it was all wrong. I will be better. I will talk about it openly, because I believe that there's a time and a place for pharmacological intervention monitored and managed by a trained hormone physician. In 2021, when I was 43 years old, I didn't feel 100% physically or cognitively.
So this is the only thing that I honestly don't necessarily like. When I went through this with Mark, where I was like, here's what he should do, I actually said that he should do the exact opposite of this, where, I mean, you guys get the gist, dude. He just completely owned it, right? But like, if you want to watch the rest of it, watch the rest of it. But basically, this is the only part that I disagreed with. I was like, and what I suggested that he do, I basically was like, I would say that what I'm doing here has nothing to do with this. And I'm not going to be a guy who's going to be talking about dosages and things like that, because that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I'm a 45-year-old man, or whatever he is. I'm a 45-year-old man. If you have a testosterone deficiency when you get to be at a certain age, then go talk to your doctor about it. That's not why I'm here. To me, you asked me if I was on steroids. I'm on doctor-administered hormone therapy, okay? Now, I know we're getting into semantics. I'm not suggesting that I told the truth when I said, no, I'm not on steroids. What I'm saying is I made a calculated decision not to share this information because I know I have young viewers, and I do not think it's healthy for them to be taking steroids. And no doctor's going to administer TRT to them. So what's the point of talking about it? Everyone else kept bringing it up. It wasn't me that was bringing it up. And I'm not going to talk about it in the future. Yes, I am on testosterone replacement therapy. Of course, anyone who looks at me could obviously know that. But if you think that you can go do TRT and look like me, give it a shot, dude. Go get a shot. I'll give you my dosage. You could take 3 times as much, and let's see how you look if you don't live like I live. How about we do that? Okay. Any of the critics, I'll give you my exact dosage, triple it. And then don't live like me. And then let's just compare what we look like and what our lives are like, how much energy we have, okay? How strong we are, how fast we are. You think it's juice that's doing this? I'm never talking about this again, okay? I apologize to all of you guys for misleading you, but the reality is I did this for purpose. This is not going to be part of my brand. I'm not talking about steroids. I don't think it's productive. I don't think it's productive. It's something that you should talk about with your doctor. End of story. That's what I would have done. But aside from that, look, if I was capable of building a brand as big as his in this short a period of time, I would have. So he obviously is better at this than I am, maybe. But Jesse on Fire is going to get there. The brand, I'm not referring to myself in the third person. The Jesse on Fire brand is going to get there, just not quite as fast and viral. But I'll promise you this, you're not going to get anything like, hey, did you know that Jesse blah, blah, blah? It's like, yeah, I talked about that 1,000 times. Did you know Jesse blah, talked about that? Did you know that Jesse talked about that? Open book, son. Open book. And that's why I knew this would work. Okay. This is exactly I've been trying to decide if I wanted to do an actual video about this. Again, this is a Jesse on Everything video. This is the kind of stuff I talk about in Jesse on Everything. Go follow that channel. You'll love it. Okay. I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to do an actual, just a straight video about DaBaby, because DaBaby, talk about people who are not on my radar at all. I just randomly watched this YouTube video the other day. It was like, why DaBaby became the most hated rapper in the world. And I was like, what? The last I heard, he's this massive star. I'm like, he's the most hated rapper in the world. That's the only reason I even clicked on it, because I was like, what'd he do? And I remember there was a fight at a bowling alley where I was like, man, these motherfuckers don't know how to fight at all. These motherfuckers don't know how to fight at all. I don't think people, obviously you guys, most of you probably understand this. So we can all collectively laugh together. But I think people who have no martial arts experience, they watch street fights like that and they're all, damn, that guy got lit up. For us, all I'm thinking when I watch this, I'm like, Jesus, I fucking mop these guys, dude. None of them know how to fight. They don't know how to fight. They fight a lot. They don't know how to fight at all. They know nothing. Not one of them throws a good punch. None of them move correctly. None of them have any footwork. They run around all wild. It's like, dude, I would literally slip and knock. I would not. It is anyway. So I remember watching one of those videos, the one at the bowling alley, and just being like, Jesus, these guys are terrible fucking fighters. Anyway, that's a tangent. But DaBaby, what happened to him is he had this thing, and I actually did hear about this, where he said some stupid thing on stage where he was he made a joke about dude, don't put your hands up if you suck a dick or something like that. Some stupid thing like that. And he got all this backlash on Twitter. Okay. DaBaby shot a guy in Walgreens. He's the most certified gangster that you've had on ever. Where he literally killed a dude. I think he might've killed 2 dudes. And it was self-defense, whatever. He killed 2 dudes, which obviously is not cool necessarily, but it certainly is great branding for a gangster rapper. And he's always I don't care what people say. But in this case, he apologized and they fucking ate him alive, dude, because he apologized. And as soon as he apologized, that he has this huge platform. And so everyone started coming and looking at it. And then everyone found out about it. And that's the whole thing. These motherfuckers online, okay, when they attack you, they're probing for weakness, dude. Okay. They're not looking an apology. Like his PR, he's such a huge star. His PR person probably was like, dude, we're losing money. You should just go apologize. It's like, you stupid fuck. You should have to pay him back the 50 or 70 or $80 million he's going to lose now because of that stupid ass advice, dude. You know, the apology is not, I mean, you have to know your fucking brand, dude. Okay. You have to know your brand. An apology is appropriate if you're Lizzo, right? Like if you're Lizzo and you're, sorry. I said I'm a spaz. This is a real story. I'm a spaz. And they're like, oh my God, that's ableist. That's ableist. Dude, I fucking dare these people to come bring that shit to me. Jesse said spaz. He's an ableist. Fuck you, spaz. Okay? Fuck you and your retard brother. Okay? Get the fuck out of here with that. Okay? You come probing for weakness over here, all you're going to get is fuck you. Okay? No one respects a person who backs down to that bullshit because that's exactly what it is. We just know you're full of shit. The second that you do that, we know you're full of shit, Lizzo. Ableist, because you said the word fucking spaz. Give me a fucking break, dude. Okay? People like me, people like fucking DaBaby, you can't fold to that shit or else no one will respect you. For me, it's principle. For him, I guarantee in his defense, some PR person was just like, dude, it's fucking with our money. You got to do it. And he's just like, okay. And that was the biggest mistake he could have made because they just descend on you. They're fucking piranhas. And then he kept trying to apologize for things and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And now he can't sell out any shows. Don't ever apologize. The people who are attacking you are not your fucking fans. Those are not your fucking fans. The initial ones that will attack you are not your fucking fans. Okay? Don't apologize. Because if you do, then it'll spread. And the little hater guys, they don't have any fucking influence over anyone. They can appear like they do, but they don't. Okay. But if you start apologizing and it starts spreading out, then they can collectively create this momentum of like, oh, he's not cool anymore. Oh, this guy's an asshole. Oh, fuck him. Dirt. And you see it spins out of control. Look at fucking Shab, dude. Look at the shit that guy deals with. What the fuck is wrong with Shab, dude? Like, oh, because it's like you don't like his fucking comedy. He has like 100,000 people in a Reddit group that fuck. I mean, like, it's just one of those things. It's like a perpetuating, like growing thing that it doesn't need to be based on reality. You can't show weakness. I'm not saying Shab did in that, like in his case, I'm just saying like how these things happen. And obviously DaBaby's a way bigger star than fucking Shab, and it destroyed his goddamn career. But if you're Liver King, that's different, dude. You had to come out and own it. You have to. Because you got caught in a lie to your people. That's the difference, okay? There's a huge difference between DaBaby and Liver King. Liver King lied to his viewers. Like I said, it's a justified lie. I am with him. But he lied to his viewers. So he has to come out and own it. And by coming out and owning it, he now gets more respect. He's going to grow more because of this. Someone asked me this morning if I thought it was a work, that he got caught on purpose, that this was a publicity stunt because of how well this is coming off. No, it's not. He just handled it perfectly, flawlessly. Congratulations, Liver King. Good people, dude. I'm proud of how you handled this. You took this one on the chin like a fucking boss. It's going to end up benefiting you in the long run. And now Rogan will probably have you on the show. He didn't want to have you on because he doesn't want to platform someone who's going to lie, and he knew you were lying. I mean, I don't know him personally yet, but like, I know how he thinks, dude. He's not going to platform someone he knows is lying. That's not interesting to him. This now is interesting. You know what I mean? Now you're out in the open. At least that's how I think. And generally, I think exactly like fucking Rogan for some reason. But anyway, that's what I got. Go subscribe to Jesse on everything. Love you guys. Thank you for the support. Peace.